coming out here after 30 years. Yeah, I ain't got nothing, but I'm gonna have something because I'm rich in personality, you know, and I'm rich in love. My family love me, and that's really all that counts. Hey man, shout out to everybody out there on Team Banky Pound, man. Happy 2026, man. I appreciate the love. Boom, 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 boom. I appreciate the support. Big love to the whole TBP nation, man. We are in the new year. We're in it to win it. Let's go. Let's get it. Road to 150K. We said that a lot. Let's get there. And we are on the road to 2,000 in the membership. Let's go. Let's reach our goals early so we can set some more goals in 2026. I appreciate each and every one of y'all. Blessings upon blessings to all of y'all and y'all family during this new year and beyond. Let's go. Let's get it. Salute. Hey, man, let me tell y'all this today, man. I don't know why it was on my spirit. I just talked to one of my little homies, man, my little comrades, man, Peanut. Shout out to Peanut Allen Shaw, in case y'all want to show him some love, you know, and the DOC, Virginia DOC, Allen Shaw. A.K.A. Peanut. But just made me, having a conversation with him just made me think of another old comrade, man. You know, and like I say, during these times right here, the holidays and New Year's or whatever, man, I know what dudes be going through in there. They be going through it. And just made me think about one of my homeboys that I spoke of before, but I don't know if I actually ever did a whole video about him. But this video is about my homeboy, man, Big Low, man, a.k.a. Angelo, man. Angelo, man. I'm not talking about that Angelo. We're not talking about Angelo 4. We're talking about Angelo Rooks, my guy. You understand me? Yeah, man. Big Angelo was a real live lion up in there, man. He was a real lion up in there. Angelo ain't play no games, man, but he was a good, solid dude. You know what I'm saying? But like everybody in the penitentiary, he got his issues like other people. But I remember when I first met Angelo and got cool with Angelo because Angelo at the time was cool with Chuck. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Chucky, man. Talked to him recently too. So Angelo was cool with Chucky, man. And at first, when I first met Angelo, man, I didn't know if I was gonna like him because Angelo was super duper aggressive. When he ain't being funny, he's super duper aggressive. When he trying to be funny, he making corny jokes and stuff like that. But other than that, man, he be like super duper aggressive, the way he talk, the way he act, and everything. And Angelo was a light-skinned dude, man, but he didn't meet the criteria of a light-skinned dude. You know, the stigma is light-skinned dudes are so, but Angelo was far from it, man. Angelo was a lion, man. He gonna roll on you, man, and he will bite. You dig? And he used to work out a lot, man, but he won't cut up. He ain't had no muscles or nothing. He just did a lot of jogging. You know what I'm saying? He did a lot of jogging. He'd go out there, he'd jog that yard, he'd jog that yard. Angelo might have been about 6'1", maybe 6'2". You know what I'm saying? Regular old, what you might call like a dad bod. He ain't really had no gut or nothing, but he just was straight up and down. You know what I'm saying? But he had big heart, though. He had big heart, man. And then his homeboy that he grew up with was there, too. And I think they might have even been on cases together or been codees, what we call co-defendants in prior bits and stuff before, because I don't think this was Angelo's first bit, right? So his crazy homeboy was Cooper Lee. Y'all know I did videos about Cooper Lee. Cooper Lee just sent me a shout out recently too. Somebody on the compound with him, and they told me, Wally up there in the pod with Cooper Lee. He told me, he said, man, old man Cooper Lee said, tell you what's up, man. And I said, oh yeah, that's what's up. He said, man, I be telling them dudes in here, man, that old joker ain't nothing to play with it. I'm telling you, I said, bro, don't get confused with how old he is, because Cooper Lee is certified, you know what I'm saying, out there. He'll do whatever, whenever, however. You know what I'm saying? If that's what he feel, that's what he gonna do. So I think that was a lot of Lowe's attitude too, man. Lowe was like, you know, and the thing about it is, I'm not gonna say nothing that they wouldn't tell you themselves, you know, and at this time, all them dudes, they like to get high, man. They like that missile. They like that dope. They like that, you know, that diesel, you know. So during this time, that diesel ain't come on that compound like talking about. So when it came there, it's a commodity, and especially for the dudes who do it, they got to have it. It ain't no as ifs or buts about it. They got to have it. Low got to have it. You know what I'm saying? Low got the habit. If you get it and he can't get it, he gonna have issue with you. He might, you know what I'm saying, want to pull up on you, and he might want to do something to you. You know what I'm saying? Ain't like he trying to take it. He trying to buy it, but he want to be notified that it's there. You know what I'm saying? He don't want to miss the boat. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, it's like, it's similar to like Angelo Ford. Angelo get mad, man. A lot of them dudes like that. If you got that on that compound and you know they get high, man, they like, man, they feel entitled, man. Like, you supposed to let me know, give me, you know what I'm saying? What, my money ain't no good? I mean, what's happening? You know what I'm saying? So they gonna have issues, just like Angelo Ford. Angelo gonna get it, man. Angelo gonna get high. Angelo ready. I want me some wreck, man. Y'all playing. He'll be high around here. Angelo ain't high. You know what I'm saying? That's how he gonna be. And Low was the same way. Low get mad at his own homeboys. He don't care who it is. If you got it and he can't get it, man, he on your top, and he gonna talk greasy, big stuff, and he get the, you know what I'm saying? And he do all of that stuff. So I don't know why a lot of them dudes that I knew over the years is really like, they get the biting on their, you know what I'm saying? Low like that, Low get to talking real fast, and he had a slight stutter. He a stutter son. And man, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying, Banky. I don't play with these. I don't play with these suckers. And you know his tongue be doing a lot of movement. He get his, you know, and then like say him and Chucky was cool. He cool with his road dog, Kuba Lee, but Kuba Lee ain't in the block with us. This is when I ended up being in the block with him. This is when I started getting cool with Low, when we started having more one-on-one conversations when we got to kicking it. Was that time that I got crossed up, and I wasn't in the block with him, but I was going in there to that to the laundry, and I was going to holler at Chuck, and that was when I ended up getting the assault charge on the CO, who wouldn't let me leave, trying to get my ID, kept jumping in front of me like a little kid. Nope, you're not leaving. Nope, give me your ID. Man, get it, man, just let me go, man. Nope. Yeah, and it just got to the point where I'm like, man, if you get in front of me again, man, I'm gonna knock you out. You know what I'm saying? What? And he just kept going out. Boop, boop, boop. You know what I'm saying? Set him down, and then I ended up leaving, and I'm trying to get back to the building. But by then, they called the people that was waiting for me. I told you when I get to the building, man, they pouncing on me, you know what I'm saying, and balling me up like I'm a presser, a human presser, and I had to go through all that issue. So anyway, once when I get out, I go in the block. Now I'm in the block with Low. Low is in the block now. You know what I'm saying? So this was against the block too, man. When I think back on it now, this was a real live gangster block right here, cause you got Chucky in there, you got Low in there, you got Block Square in there, you got Towns in there, you got Boo in there, you got Harvey in there. You got Michelle up in there. You got BMO up in there. You had Jersey up in there with the rich white boy. Man, this block was off the chain, man. You had Big Ty in there, the homie Big Ty in there. At one point in time, this is Joe, then Hector was in there. Man, this was a gangster block. You know what I'm saying? This block right here is a lot going on. You know what I'm saying? A lot going on, you dig, and a lot of danger up in here, a lot of potential. You know what I'm saying? Up in there too. So crazy block, but during this time, like I say, Low stood out too because, like I say, Low is aggressive. Low ain't playing no games. He walk funny. He walk fast and funny. You know, and he talking fast, and he, all of his tongue movement, you know what I'm saying? So he like, man, what the, and then he got the job in the laundry, so he working in the laundry. So he going to work every day, he in the laundry, but they politicking over there. I told you the laundry at this time is a good job to have. Probably at most times in most penitentiaries, it's not a bad job to have because, like I say, they still in brand new sheets, which is hard to get. You ain't gonna get no new sheets but once a year. So they can sell you brand new sheets, brand new pillowcases. I'm talking about fresh off the press, crisp, all white. They can sell those. They can sell brand new white socks, underwear, t-shirts. You know what I'm saying? So it's a hustle in there. It's a big hustle in that joint. Laundry bags so you can store your extra stuff in. They can sell all that stuff because they got access to it. Smuggle it out, sell it. You know what I'm saying? Boom, boom, boom. Dudes gonna do it because, especially dudes that like take care of their hygiene, dudes that like to, keep themselves up and clean. You won't be sleeping on the same sheets for over a year that they ain't gonna wash but once every 2 weeks. You know what I'm saying? For you to go in the industrial laundry that goes up in there with everybody else's clothes and you mixing all the germs and all the whatever, and you don't know who in here got whatever. You don't know what the whatever they doing, and you don't want your sheets and all that stuff mixed with all of this. So unless you willing to hand wash big old sheets and dry them out and try to hang them up and let them dry, man, you know what I'm saying? Your best option is to get you a laundromat, man. Keep you some fresh white socks. Keep you some fresh boxes that ain't nobody else done put on yet, because your boxes is going to come back when you turn your... Anytime you turn stay stuff in, this is the thing. When you turn stay stuff in to get washed over there in the state laundry, you're not getting the same thing back, because that's why they say you can't send regular clothes over there. You can only send state stuff. So you got to put down the number you had on. I had 4 socks. I had 2 sheets, 1 pillowcase, 2 sets of underwear, 2 T-shirts. You got to write that on your laundry bag. You're going to get that back, but it might not even be the one that you sent. You see what I'm saying? So you getting drawers back that somebody else done wore, dog. You getting sheets back that somebody else done slept on. You getting, you know what I'm saying, socks that still got the lint balls. And I mean, so you know what I'm saying, you kind of like, if you want to keep up your joint, you got to have you a laundromat, or either you got to, at the time they was letting us order from like J.C. Penney's, eBay, stuff like that. You had to order your own stuff, and you couldn't get but a certain amount of that. So, like I say, these the rules they was made before I got there. That's how I do. So a laundromat like Low, he good, cause Low he gonna have stuff shipped and going everywhere. He gonna be getting that bag, getting that money, waiting for it, time for, you know what I'm saying, when that missile hit the compound and he can get funky. You dig? That's what they call it when they get back and get in their zone and they funky. You know what I'm saying? They feel funky. Yeah. You know what I'm feeling now. They own it, you know what I'm saying? That's what they do. Now, at this time, possibly, Chuck was indoors too. I think he'll tell you that himself. But I didn't know, because at the same time, I didn't really know all of the signs unless dudes was like all out, like they didn't have it. But you had dudes that was functional that get high in there too, and you couldn't even really tell that they was high. Chuck Park was one of those. You know what I'm saying? Low, you gonna know Low high. And Low don't care, you know he high. You know what I'm saying? And if he can't get high, he gonna get busy. He gonna cause an issue. Now, I done seen him cause it. I'm talking about pull up on dudes like, I'm talking about mega strong. Like, man, you had them. Man, why ain't getting on that dope, man? I mean, no, I'm talking about, why ain't getting on your dudes, you know what I'm saying? You had, man, I got the dope yesterday, Low, dudes came and got it real fast. I ain't want to hold it. I ain't trying. Man, you could have put something aside for me, man. Man, you's a B, man. Hey, man, get it. Hey, I tell you what, get it again. Get it again, don't let me get none. Get it again, and he'll pull that joint on you. Get up on your side and see him. Man, get it again. Man, and dudes that had to pull Low back, that's just how aggressive he is. He not playing, man. He so sincere about it. You know, and he'll take off on you. Then you got Cooper Lee gonna move whenever he moves. Then he cool with Chuck. So dudes ain't really want no issues with Low. You know what I'm saying? They ain't want no issues with Low, because he going solo. But he got soldiers that mess with him that's gonna move too when he move. You know what I'm saying? And that's why when dudes was getting that stuff, the few dudes that get it on there, they make sure to holler at them, you know what I'm saying, if at all possible. But then you talking about business. So dudes ain't trying to be holding that stuff when they get it. They trying to get rid of it as soon as possible. And if I ain't mistaken, they say dope got a shelf life on it. You can't have it for, the longer you have it, the potency lowers. You understand? So they trying to get rid of it as soon as possible, because you don't know how much long it was before it got in the penitentiary. So Low one of them, man, he gonna be on your top about that. You know what I'm saying? So like I say, that's how he was. He was real aggressive, man. But me and him used to sit up there, had conversations. He used to tell me all these gangster stories about when he was on the street. You know, stick up boy, taking money, doing this thing out there, woo. So man, we got cool, man. And matter of fact, it was a situation that happened with me and Big Raymond. It was Low that was trying to get me to give him the knife, to get rid of the knife, which I find out in retrospect was a flaw, one of my flaws that I didn't You know what I'm saying? I should have gave it to him, but I was just so paranoid and so zoned out at the time. I can remember him walking straight up to me saying, "Man, let me get that, let me get that weapon, shout. Let me get that weapon, get rid of it. You know, they come and get you, man." I said, "Man, they ain't come and get me." I said, "Man, dude, man, he come back." He said, "Man, dude, they ain't come back up in here, man. What you talking about, man? That man going to the hospital, man. Y'all gonna kill that man. Come on, man. They gonna come get you, man. Give me. I said, "I ain't getting up no knife, man. I'm good." He said, "I'm telling you, Shouter." I said, "Man, I'm good, Lo." He said, all right, okay. He went on there because he slept a couple of cells from me. And I can remember that, man. I remember having that conversation with him. And sure as grits as grosses, they ain't take but 10, 15 more minutes. They came in there and got me, you know what I'm saying? And then they was trying their hardest to find that knife. That's when Boo spoke up and said, "Man, y'all don't throw that." Because they was looking so hard they couldn't find it. They said, "Man, somebody throw that knife out of y'all staying on lock." And then one of the dudes that hollered on there after they'd been on lock for a couple days, "Man, somebody just throw the joint in the pod." And Boo got on the gate and screamed on, saying, "Nobody better not throw nothing out on the pod, man." You know what I'm saying? They try and get Shorty, you know what I'm saying, a murder charge or something, man. Y'all better not throw that knife out there. You know, but that's how, you know what I'm saying, diabolical dudes is. They just want to come off lock when you already in the penitentiary. They willing to come off lock and see a dude potentially get a murder charge. You know what I'm saying? Just to get from behind the door. Which eventually, you know, they got to let you from behind there anyway. So that's the mentality in there, man. It's dog eat dog, you know what I'm saying? But I ain't expect no love anyway. But that's what was going on at the time. And Lo was trying to warn me because he had been through things before, but I was just too paranoid and too, you know what I'm saying, zoned out. But in any event, man, then when I ended up running into Lo on different compounds, man, even after I had got gone, I ran into him again. We did a lot of good time together, man, on Greensville, man, and that's when it was years and decades later, man, when I realized, you know what I'm saying, on that compound, man, I seen Lo. He was on the same side I was on, but like I told y'all, Greensville got 3 different institutions, so he was on the side I was on one time, then he was gone, he was on the other side, so he was on the other side, and we on here for years, and I don't see him for like a year and something later. When I see him a year or something later, man, he looked just so different. He was always thick and healthy, man, 235, 240. And now he was small and frail, man. And I was seeing him like he lost a lot of weight to the point where I couldn't even almost recognize him until he walked up on me. And I'm like, "Man, what's up, man?" And then come to find out, man, with him getting high in there, sharing them needles, man, he ended up, you know, getting sick, man. You know what I'm saying? He ended up getting sick, messing with them needles, man. And he was slowly fading away, man. That joint broke my heart because he was like one of the, because I met Lo in the early parts of my bed. We talking about, you know what I'm saying, 1989 and 90. You know what I'm saying? So now we all the way in the 2000s and stuff, man. I think this one, I want to say around the 2005 or 6 or something. So we talking about that many years later, you know what I'm saying? So, and just to see him like that, man, and he told me, man, he was sick, man. He said that, you know what I'm saying? He messed around with them needles. They got him, you know what I'm saying? And that joint was just hard. And at the time, I had a grind going on. I had a connect. I had just came upon a good connect where I'm getting like, you know what I'm saying, like some raw drugs in like on a regular. And I used to break them off and just, you know what I'm saying, so he wouldn't, you know what I'm saying, be out there on the hunt. So he wouldn't be, you know what I'm saying, putting himself, because I know he still, even though he was, you know, down bad, he still wanted to, you know, get high, and he still would try something if he couldn't get high, you know. So it got to the point he was walking on a cane, and man, just to see him like that, this big, strong, aggressive dude just whittling down like that, man, that joint used to break me down, man. I was like, boom, because I knew him for so long, and I'm telling you, it's like a brotherhood in there when you know thorough dudes and you connect with thorough dudes, and then you doing this bit with him, and then all of a sudden something happened to him, man. You feel for him because, you know, this could have been you in other circumstances or whatever. So it's like I had to look out for him whenever I could because I felt the brotherhood to him, you know what I'm saying? And that joint was different. The same thing that happened with Super D. When Super D had got sick and Super D ended up passing away, I remember me and Dixon we was blowed, man, because all of us started together. You know what I'm saying? You know, on Augusta, and that Augusta group, man, I consider them dudes like, you know what I'm saying, like that the group of dudes that I knew from Augusta, man. All of us is like we was young and we was all, you know, learning how to do time, and we was all in this struggle together. You know what I'm saying? So Super D was in there, and that's why I say I knew, you know what I'm saying, Chuck from there. But like dudes like Chuck and Angelo and all of them dudes, they had been down a little bit before me, you know what I'm saying, in the younger group that we was in there. But we was all in this, you know, mountain fight together, you know what I'm saying, up here with these races and dealing with it and just, you know, thugging it out. And, you know, it was dangerous during them days. So for all us to survive them days and still being here, you know, 20-some years later, you know what I'm saying, healthy and still fighting for our freedom, it was like you had a bond with these dudes, and that's how I felt about Low, man. And I just seen him walking on that cane and getting smaller and smaller. And he was in the other building, and I was striking, and I was sending stuff down there to him. And sometime, if I ain't sending it fast enough, he came out on the yard and walking down the boulevard, sending somebody in there to get me, so I could come out and you know, and bless him and stuff, man. But he on the cane, his health is declining. I'm like, bro, I would have sent it to you, man. He was like, man, I wanna, you know, I'm trying to go, man. I'm trying to get it, man. Get back in my cell, man, and just kick back, man. You know, and man, that joint used to break me down, man, because I was boom, I'd break him off decent to make sure he was all right. And I can remember going on lock when we went on lock, man, for all that riot stuff. Was it the riot stuff? It was something that we was on lock for. It might have been after the riot. I'm not sure. I hadn't seen him in a minute. And when we came off and they started letting certain people go over to the kitchen, and I can remember he had an incident over there in the kitchen with a well-known dude, you know, gangster dude, man, in the penitentiary, well-known dude. And they said he had just threw some hot coffee in Low face. Now this one, Low is on a cane, and you know what I'm saying, and he's small, man, you know, barely touching the ball 20 or something, man. He looked sad, and threw some hot coffee in his face and smacked him, right, and he fell down or whatnot. And I don't know what the argument, I don't know what the dispute was about, but the dude who did it, I knew him, you know what I'm saying, and was all right with him. But it pissed me off so bad, bro, that I was like, cause I know 100%, even though this dude is a gangster, I know 100% you couldn't have did this to a healthy Low. You couldn't have. Or all hell would have broke loose. All hell would have broke. Somebody probably would have left this planet. You see what I'm saying? So I felt like it was kind of like vantage taking, man, and it disturbed me. It disturbed me bad, man. And my first reaction was, even though I was cool with the dude, my first reaction was when I see him, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, I'm gonna get at him. You know what I'm saying? Cause I ain't like it. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, it was crazy, man. But I think by the time we actually got off the lock, the whole lock where they won't move and building the building and letting it, because they was isolated, you know, doing after this joint. Then he ended up getting gone. I ended up getting gone, you know. But yeah, man, that joint, and it's crazy because I done ran into that dude out here on the streets since my liberation and his, you know what I'm saying, liberation, and we super cool to this day. You know what I'm saying? We don't ever bring up that incident, but that incident disturbed me when it happened. You see what I'm saying? And that's why I say sometimes you gotta give yourself time to subside from your anger, because if you do something within your first thought, that first 30 seconds, it might not be the right thing for you to do. If you give it 30 minutes, you're gonna calm down a little bit more. If you give it 30 days, you might not even think about it no more. But if you would have did something within that first 30 seconds, you know what I'm saying, that first 3 seconds, that thing might change your life. You know what I'm saying? And that dude doing good out here to this day, and did as much time as I did, doing good, working every day and doing everything and grinding, and got a family and this, that, and the third, man. But that one incident could have derailed the whole situation with me and him and our friendship or whatever, because of the loyalty and the friendship that I had with somebody before I knew him. You see what I'm saying? So, but yeah, man, and then I remember I had got that news, man, that they had found Low in the cell, man. He had passed away in that cell, man. That joint broke my heart, man. Broke my heart, because I remember having a conversation with him one time, and he was crying to me. Grown, big, powerful man that had been whittled down to a small dude, man, sickly on a cane, and he was crying. He was like, man, I ain't gonna never get out no more. I ain't gonna never be able to see my kids, man. I'm gonna die, man. I'm gonna die. And that joint hurt me, bro. I ain't know what to say. I ain't know how to respond to that. And I was just telling him, keep your head up, bro. You don't know that, man. God can do anything. Why do I? And he was like, nah, I know what it is. I know what it is. It's just the only thing I'm mad about. I just can't get out there with him no more. And that joint was crazy. And I'm sitting there talking to him, trying to hold myself together. And then I remember when I went in the cell, I had to put the cut up, isolate myself, man, because that joint brought tears to my eyes, man, because just to see that and to hear that, and it was just so powerful and it was so direct. And I'm looking at him and I'm saying to myself, oh, man, you know what I'm saying? That's when you forced to deal with the inevitable. You forced to deal with death. And I'm like, man, for him to be able to embrace that and understand that and be able to articulate that and to be right, it's just different, man. It's just something that I can't explain, but it was very, very impactful and powerful to me. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, man. So when I heard that he had passed away in the cell, man, that joint was heartbreaking, man. But anybody who know Low, man, anybody who know Low will tell you that Low was hell on wheels, bro. He was something to deal with. When he healthy and when he was before he was something to deal with, especially if you owed him some money, because he ran a little small store box too, or you owed him some money for some of that laundry stuff and you late on that money or you playing with paying, man, Low want his money on time. He want his money that day and he pulling up on you ready to give it to you if you ain't got it. And he ain't pulling up talking nice. Man, what am I? Go get it. Right now. No, go get it right now. You ain't got it? He coming like that. That's how he always been. You know what I'm saying? Since the day I first met him. You know what I'm saying? He just was one of them breeds of dudes that you got to show him. Talking ain't gonna get it with him. He gonna give it to you. You know what I'm saying? And he'll take it from you. So, yeah, man. So R.I.P., man, to Big Low, man. Angelo Rooks, man. R.I.P. to him, man. One of my fallen comrades, man. But real good dude, real thorough brother, man. And yeah, he missed, man, by a lot. And you know, either had love for him or you hated him. You know what I'm saying? If you was on the opposite end of hating him, it's probably because he was leaning on you. Because he will lean. And he had a little extort game too. You were weak and you were around him. He goes, man, let me get some commissary. Yeah, he was on that. He was on it, man. So salute to him, man. But anyway, man, I just wanted to give a tribute to him, man. You know, from talking this morning, man, you know, because I got some comrades that have fallen, man. You know what I'm saying? You know, so R.I.P. to all the comrades who fallen, man. And recently, even Bo Billy, man. R.I.P. to the late, great Bo Billy, man. R.I.P., man, to Low, man. But it is what it is, man. Salute, man. Y'all be safe, be smart, make good decisions, man. Make sure you leave a comment. Make sure you leave a like. Make sure you check your subscription and make sure you subscribe. Skullduggery is still in effect in 2026, and we're going to try to beat all of that. And we're going to try to beat the algorithm. And the only way we can do that, man, is make sure we like, comment, share, and subscribe. Big love all my subscribers. Big love TBP Nation. Big love to the membership, baby. We got new videos on deck. We out here. Be safe.
The Banky special.
Yeah.
Pure deliciousness.
Pure deliciousness, man. My name is Banky, man. Everybody calls me Banky. That's the name that I got from my grandmother when I was young. I'm coming out here after 30 years. Yeah, I ain't got nothing, but I'm gonna have something because I'm rich in personality. You know, and I'm rich in love. My family love me, and that's really all that counts.